The last thing I wanted to get on, man, Wes Welker done lost his mind, man. Listen to what this boy said.
Tyreke's the best wide receiver you've ever been around. Mm-hmm. You also were around peak Randy Moss, so what would give Tyreke the edge over Moss?
I mean, and I all due respect to Randy. I love Randy, and Randy's probably the best deep ball receiver ever in the game. But he can run it up. He can run a whole route tree. He can run choice routes. He can run looky. He can, he can take the top off. He can his ball skills. The coming in and out of breaks. Name a route you don't like him on. I just can't think of one. And to me, that's what kind of separates him in that regard, and just his mindset and the way he approaches every single day and every single game. It's very, very impressive, and he's got the mentality along with all those things, which is the most important part.
Look, I like it. Right, it's cool. You work for the Dolphins. They asked you a question: is he the best receiver you've been around? You wanted to back your guy up, but you didn't have to say he runs the whole route tree. No disrespect to Randy Moss, and imply that Randy Moss can't run the whole route tree. He can run the whole route tree. Like, he was complete as a receiver, but his advantage was his size and his speed, right? And there were certain things he didn't have to do. Now, if we want to talk about the best receivers that we've ever seen, the obvious answer is Jerry Rice the GOAT. So Jerry Rice number one, and then you start talking about the numbers that T.O. put up, and then you start talking about the freak that Randy Moss was. So at 2 and 3, you having that conversation of T.O. and Moss. Nowhere in that top 3 or top 5 does Tyreke Hill name come up. As a matter of fact, if you want to take what you're saying about Tyreke Hill, he runs the whole route tree. And I even add to that you can use him as a runner. You can get that man a reverse. You can put Tyreke Hill in the wildcat. You can put him in the backfield. You can put him on punt return. You can put him on kick return. Right? You can send him deep to take the top off the safety. You can pass it to him short. You can give him screens. Right? And when I started saying all these things, I know somebody who actually did all that stuff better than Tyreke. And his name was Steve Smith. So if you want to talk about a receiver that actually runs the whole route tree and you can use in every different all ways, and he had heart and he had hands and he go up and go get the ball at the top and all that stuff, that's Steve Smith. One of my favorite receivers. I've always said Steve Smith was a great receiver, but I wouldn't dare say he was better than most, because he wasn't. And neither is Tyreke Hill. He's not better than most. He's not better than Kevin Johnson. He's not better than Rice. He's not better than T.O. Hell, he's not even better than Art Monk. Might not even better than the playmaker. Right? So, no, Tyreke Hill is not in that category, man. Wes Welker, I don't agree with you. I don't understand. I don't understand what you're thinking of. I mean, you might have been wild, but man, I don't know. Maybe Moss was lazy in New England. I don't know. I don't know what it is for you to play side by side with Moss and then coach Tyreke Hill, and for you to fix your lips and say, with all due respect to Randy Moss, Tyreke Hill can run the whole route tree. So you mean to tell me a guy that can run the whole route tree is better than Moss because he can run the route tree? It's a lot of receivers that can run the route tree probably better than Moss, but they're not better receivers than Randy Moss. Give me Randy Moss all day long. Tyreke Hill is cool, but if that's the type of receiver you want as your number one, I'd rather have Steve Smith. That's my thoughts on that. But y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments, man. I'll catch you on the next episode.